feel free to have your dog sit on you. Sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes. And just start breathing deep. Don't even try and, like many times when I start class, I tell you to breathe down into the belly. Just start to observe the actual breath. Don't try and control it at all right now, but just start to notice if you can start to extend it a little bit. And then with each exhale, start to stretch it out. So it's a half-hour strong vinyasa, so we're going to get into it kind of quickly, but we're going to still do it in a safe way. So just from here, grab a hold of the knee shin area and pull the shoulder blades back towards one another, and then let them kind of hollow out. I inhale and I come forward, then I exhale, round it out. Inhale. Exhale. So one of the reasons why I like to hold my knees is because I get that little bit of leverage to lift up into it. But any way you want to kind of cat-cow in a seated position here, that's cool. Inhale. Start to pick it up a little bit. Five more. Good. Now, sit up tall. Just take a simple twist here. Creating a connection to the body. And then twist the other direction. So don't miss out on the twist, because sometimes when I'm warming up in yoga class, I'll start to feel my mind just drift. Really feel your body twisting. How the internal organs are kind of getting turned around one another and kind of like compressed. That's what you want. Inhale back to the center one more time each side. So now go to the right again. Inhale. And I try and lift up on the inhale, pushing my hand into the floor, and then using the left hand as leverage to twist deeper. Make it about the organs, not just about, oh, I want to twist my neck over my shoulder. Inhale back to the center, one more time the other way. Extend the left leg out, curl the right leg in, and we're just connecting to the hamstring here. Nothing too fancy or too crazy. I'm just literally leaning forward. And then switch. And again, don't miss out. You have this opportunity here and to feel the back of the leg as you come forward. Inhale up. Now you're gonna come. If you don't have a wall, you can just do this standing in like a goddess pose. But if you have a wall, it can be nice. So I put my back against the wall. My hands are going to be on my thighs, and I just come down. And I just want to feel. I don't have to come down my full 90 degrees just yet. But I do want to feel my legs start to work. Now, this is similar to bridge in that the way you hold bridge in the beginning of class, but now I'm taking all of the pressure off of my back, and it's my legs that are working because I want to connect to my legs. I want to feel them. Maybe you come a little lower. And breathe. So this pose is so much about yoga. There's a friend of mine, he was on the show The Ultimate Fighter, which is a show where they take a bunch of people training for MMA, for UFC, and they want to see who's going to get in, and they have a house and everybody competes. And one of the things they did, and my friend, he studied Kung Fu, but he also studied boxing and Jiu-Jitsu, but part of his training was to do these wall sits. And they put everybody on the wall to see who would break. And because of his traditional martial arts background, where this was a part of it, and getting used to being uncomfortable and learning how to manage the mind, it was like people were shocked that he could stay as long as he did. 5 more breaths. Good. Now, push up and straighten the legs. Now come off your wall and come to the top of your mat. And just feel the legs for a moment and feel how that work, very simple work, right? It didn't involve much at all, but you could feel it. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, fold over the legs. Have a soft bend in the legs for the first forward fold. Step back to plank pose. Now, I'm going to step my right leg out. And I'm going to walk my hands around. So now I go plank with my mat being horizontal. Then I walk down my mat, and then I walk back the other way in about like 1 foot increments. So I move my hand a foot, and then the other one, and then I move my legs. And I start going back and forth. Stay with the breathing. Now come back to the center, hold it. Push back, downward facing dog. Now walk your downward dog so you get to the front of your mat, meaning you're on your mat regular ways. Now lower down all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Drag lower rib cage forward, come down. Inhale, cobra. 4 more times. So I'm gluing my pelvis to the floor. By doing this, I engage my glutes. Two more. This is connecting us to our back bend. 1 more. Hands come under the shoulders, tuck the toes, push up, down dog. Come forward, plank. Now, from here, start to tip side to side. So I'm not moving my feet, but I'm just shifting the weight into the palm. Maybe I could start to come to my fingertips of each hand. So it's not like I'm doing Vashisthasana with my legs, but I'm just coming to the fingertips and then shifting, and then shifting. Good, push back, downward facing. Now crosswalk up. So the right leg goes in front of the left, then left in front of the right. But I do this slow. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, arms. Exhale to chest. We're going to move through some A's. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway up. Plant the hands to the floor. Now you can hop or step back. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now right away, big breath in, big breath out. Roll the elbows towards one another, fire up the chest. Bend the knees, hop up in between the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale to chest. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold over your legs. Now I'm going to take out that half lift. Hands to the mat, hop to chaturanga or step to plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Now right away from downward dog, hop up in between the hands. Take out the half lift, the Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, fold it right back down. Inhale, place the hands to the floor, hop to chaturanga. Up dog, exhale, down dog. Now right away, hop up in between. We're going to build some heat real quick. Hop up in between the hands. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold right back down. Hop to chaturanga, step to plank. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Then right away, hop up in between. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right back down. Hop to chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Hop up right away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Two more like this. Hop to chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Hop up. Inhale, lift. Exhale to chest. Big breath in, big breath out. Feel how the heart rate got up a little bit. Good. Inhale, lift the arms. Come to chair pose, ankles together, feet together. Weight in the heels. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Hands to the mat, hop to chaturanga, step to plank. Lower down all the way to the floor this time. Interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift up for Shalabhasana. So now the pelvis is pushing into the floor, and the body, you're creating a back bend, very safe back bend here. Because you can only come up as much as you can bend properly in the space just below your shoulder blades. On the exhale, come down. Now bring the hands not interlaced, but by your sides. Inhale, lift up for Shalabhasana. So it's like Superman when he wants to go fast. He's like, you know, that. Breathe deep. Feel the connection to the glutes, to shoulder blades. On the exhale, release that. Hands under the shoulders. Push back to downward dog. Come forward to plank. And then you're going to come down to a forearm plank. And then come back up to your regular plank. And move through this on your own. Keep the breathing under control. Stay with it. 3 more. Push back to down dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. But keep it under your control. Step the left foot up in between the hands, high lunge. Lift the arms. Stay with the breathing. Softly, softly. Hands down to the floor. Step back to plank pose. Lower down all the way. Interlace the hands, lift up Shalabhasana. Release that, hands under the shoulders. Push back to downward facing dog. Good, now step the right foot up in between the hands. High lunge. So come low into this. Let this be an opening for your psoas. Stay with it a little lower. Lift the front toes. Hands down to the floor. Step back, plank pose, halfway chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. Left foot steps up in between the hands. High lunge, lift the arms. Good. Hands come to prayer. Create a twist. So you have a twist happening here, and you want to use the core. You want to feel those organs working, the abdomen working in the twist. Lift the front toes. And stay with the breathing. Hands down to the floor. Step back, plank. Move through your way. That might be, for me, it's like I like turbo dog in sometimes instead of the vinyasas. So I'll put a very strong, it's a very strong flavor of downward dog to hover the arms, squeeze into the midline. Right leg steps up in between the hands, high lunge, lift the arms. Good, now bring the hands to prayer, hook it over the thigh, the right thigh, and create your twist. Be cautious and mindful of the breathing so it's smooth and even. Hands come down to the floor. Step back. Keep that leg in the air. Right leg lifted, so now you're in a three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank. Chaturanga, three-legged chaturanga. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Holding chaturanga, it's tough. Lower down all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Left leg steps up in between the hands, high lunge, lift the arms. Good, now twist to the left, hook the elbow over the thigh. Big breath in, big breath out. Now, you can stay here, or if you want to challenge, you're going to tip your weight forward into the left foot. And you're going to start to balance, so you come to like a warrior three leg. It's twisted Ardha Chandrasana here. But you can think of it like warrior three, but you're keeping your twist. Big Ujjayi breath. Step that leg down, high lunge, lift the arms. Arms lift. Make sure you get into this psoas here of the right front leg. Hands down to the floor, find plank pose. Move through your way here. That might be a chaturanga upward dog. It might be just going down to the floor, taking a softer back bend, or just turbo dog. Right leg steps up in between the hands, high lunge, lift your arms. Good, now create that twist again. Hands to prayer. Hook it over, engage the core as you do it. Now you stay here, or if you want the challenge, keep the twist, but tip forward and let the left toes point down like warrior three. Big breath in, big breath out, but keep it under your control. Don't let it sneak away from you. On the exhale, step that down, high lunge, lift the arms. Hands down to the floor, find plank pose, move through your way. We're going to do one more piece to this. Inhale, push back, down dog, exhale. Left leg steps up in between the hands, high lunge. Good, create your twist. Hook it, elbow over the thigh. Tip forward. Find your revolved Ardha Chandrasana / twist. Now keep this under your conscious control. Come back to the center and take standing split. Dive for that leg. Step it down, high lunge, lift the arms. Stay deep in the pose. Look for the connection here, because we're moving a little fast, but find that connection. Hands down to the floor, step back, move through your way, and then downward dog. Right leg is going to step up this time, in between the hands. Lift the arms. Twist. Right, left elbow over the right thigh. Come forward for your twisted warrior three / twisted half moon, revolved half moon. Now bring the hands back to center in prayer. Now see if you can keep them in prayer and fold over for standing split. If you need to use the floor, that's okay. stack, step it down, high lunge, lift the arms. Stay in the high lunge for 3 breaths here. Feel your right leg working, your left hip stretching. On the exhale, step it down, downward facing dog. Let's come back to our wall. And we're going to end with a nice little wall sit here. Turn the palms up. So don't, a lot of times people are like this. Their shoulders are all tense. Just let the palms go palm up. This is one of the healthiest things you can do if you have strained knees, like if you have knee issues. This is very good for strengthening the knees. Now, seek out the intensity of the pose where you're feeling it come up and you want to back off. When you want to back off, I want you to bend in a little deeper. Get those thighs a little more parallel. So I'm here with you doing it. Breathe. Try and get the upper body to totally relax. Try and get the jaw to relax. Teach the body. It's a skill. You can do this. You can learn how to calm your body down as it's being stressed. It's easier to learn to calm the body down when it's being stressed than the mind. Three more breaths. These are the most important breaths. The most relaxed you can get in these last 3. On the exhale, straighten the legs, fold over the legs. Come back to your mat. Have a seat on the mat and extend the legs out for a forward fold. Inhale real big, exhale out. So yoga in 30 minutes can happen. You can do it. It's not quite as, it doesn't give you all the bells and whistles that a full hour practice can give you, but you can get it in. Now come up off of this, bring the soles of the feet together and let the legs open up for Baddha Konasana. So breathe deep into the belly and try and go forward a little bit more. Now come on to the back, bring the knees into the chest and take a twist. Make sure you twist the other way. Let's come on to our backs for Shavasana. So the physical practice is just to help burn off the crazy, so we can actually just sit down and be still with ourselves. If you've ever experienced this concept of santosha, it's really, I don't need to be reading, I don't need to be watching the new episode of Billions or Ozarks. I'm actually content with myself. This is a tall order, but I've experienced it sometimes, not all the time, but I've had glimpses of it, and this is what they call santosha. And if you think about Shavasana, you're not doing anything, you're just laying there. But the reason why it's so profound is because the body has worked. So it allows you to get to that state much easier. This is our purpose of Shavasana. And Bhakti, the kirtan, the singing, this is the sadhana. This is the main practice, one of the main practices. And you're looking for connection with the divine. That's the yoga with Bhakti. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Slowly start coming back to the body. Feel free to join me for some chanting. You can just stay there and enjoy the vibration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Going to this moment here for that little piece of Santosha. So, thank you so much for joining me. If you are in a position to donate, please do so. It keeps us going. If you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. And if you're inclined to donate, a little button on the right-hand corner. And you'll see more content with me and Bear and all the great teachers here at the Funky Om. So I will see you all soon.